Welcome back to the third video for this amazing franchise. I'm OG Cap. We are halfway through my dedication to the Indiana Jones legacy. Before we get into it, put on your Indy hat, get out your bullwhip, and snap on that subscribe button. Pop that like button and ring the bell to get notifications for more videos. Make sure to stay to the end to get another taste of the new chapter, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was released by Paramount Pictures in 1989.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are back together for this third installment. Harrison Ford continues to ride the Indy train. Legendary actor Sean Connery joins the cast as Indy's father, Henry Jones Sr.
One Jones is not enough, Dad.
River Phoenix portrays a younger Indiana. He was recommended by Ford. He felt Phoenix looked the most like him when he was around that age. The film was a financial success, earning $474 million at the worldwide box office. After the criticisms of the previous movie, Spielberg wanted to make a more lighthearted movie. Let's get into the movie. In 1912, a young Indiana discovers a group of robbers who find a crucifix owned by Coronado while exploring caves with his Boy Scout troop in Utah. He steals the crucifix, knowing it belongs in a museum.
Dig down and put it on a bone and finger.
That cross is an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
And takes it home. The town sheriff arrives and forces him to hand it over to the robber's employer. 26 years later, he confronts the employer in Portugal, recovers the crucifix, and escapes. After returning to the U.S., Jones learns that his father has disappeared while searching for the Holy Grail. He is tasked with finding Henry and the Grail by Donovan. He receives a package containing his father's diary, which includes research on the Holy Grail. Indy travels to Venice with Marcus to meet Henry's associate, Elsa Schneider. Beneath the library where Henry was last seen, Indy and Elsa discover a catacomb containing an inscribed shield.
Look, the shield is the second mark.
It reveals that the path to the Grail starts in Iskenderun. They are attacked by a mysterious group who reveal themselves as the secret order of the Cruciform Sword. The order is dedicated to protect the Grail. Indy saves the group's leader, Kazim, who informs him that his father is being held at a castle in Austria. He sends Marcus to Iskenderun with a map from the diary to rendezvous with Sala. Indy reveals the existence of the diary to Elsa. Indy and Elsa head to Austria to rescue his father. They infiltrate the castle and discover it is under Nazi control. They find Henry, who is surprised to see his son. He calls him Junior. They attempt to escape, but surrender when Elsa is held captive. She reveals herself as a Nazi collaborator and takes Henry's diary. She returns to Germany with the diary. Indy and Henry are tied up in the castle. They set the castle on fire and manage to escape after a series of hilarious banter between father and son.
Dad! Oh, Dad! Oh, Dad! What? Head for the fireplace! Oh.
They head to Berlin to retrieve the diary. Indy convinces Elsa to give him the diary back. While attempting to leave, he runs into a crowd gathered to see Hitler. He is confronted by Hitler holding the diary, but Hitler thinks he is just trying to get his autograph and signs the diary. As they leave Berlin, Indy and Henry evade two planes pursuing him. Indy thinks he has to protect his dad, but Henry shows he is pretty good at doing it himself. When one of the planes is approaching him, he spooks a group of birds with his umbrella that fly into the plane's engine, causing it to crash. They escape on a Zeppelin, but have to use the plane that is attached to it when the Zeppelin turns around and heads back to Germany. In Iskenderun, Marcus is captured by Nazis. When the Jones boys arrive in Hatay, Sala tells them that the Nazis are there using the map. The Nazis are attacked by the Order, but defeat them. Henry uses the distraction to attempt to rescue Marcus, but is captured. Indy attacks the convoy and is eventually able to destroy it with the help of Henry and Marcus. The group proceed to the temple containing the Grail. When they arrive, they observe the Nazis trying to overcome the temple's traps before being captured. Donovan forces Indy to find a way in by mortally wounding Henry. The only way to save his dad is to get to the Grail and use it to heal him. With the help of the diary, he is able to get through the traps.
Man is humble. Kneels before God. Kneels! Jehovah. Latin Jehovah starts with an I. It's a leap of faith. You must believe, boy.
and finds a room with many cups and an ancient knight assigned to protect the Grail.
You're strangely dressed for a knight.
Not exactly.
The knight explains that only one cup is the true Grail. The rest have deadly results. Donovan decides on a cup, believing it to be the Grail. He drinks from it and dies by rapid aging.
It's more beautiful than I'd ever imagined.
This certainly is the cup of the King of Kings. Eternal life.
What is happening to me?
Because it's the wrong cup. The knight states,
He chose poorly.
Indy identifies a true Grail and drinks from it. The knight states,
You have chosen wisely. But the Grail cannot pass beyond the Great Seal. That is the boundary and the price of immortality.
Indy saves his dad using the Grail. Elsa falls to her death when she attempts to leave with the Grail. The temple begins to collapse. Indy tries to retrieve the Grail, but Henry tells him to leave it, calling him Indiana for the first time.
Almost reach it, Dad. Indiana, let it go.
Indy and his companions manage to escape the temple. As they are preparing to ride off, Sala asks Henry why he calls Indy Junior.
Please, what does it always mean? This Junior.
That's his name. Henry Jones Jr. We named the dog Indiana.
Got a lot of fond memories of that dog.
They ride off into the sunset. This was a great movie. Harrison Ford and Sean Connery were outstanding together. Their comedy timing was great. This is another must-see film for this franchise. Now, here's another clip from the newest movie, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
This way! You've taken your chances, made your mistakes.
A few times in my life I've seen things.
Look out for part 4 coming soon. See you soon, and let's go to the movies.